Sorry about the sound. I didn't mean to turn that all the way down. I was just messing with it for a second so I can hear something else. But hey, we are gonna be playing some crazy exploration game that I've never played before because the end is never the end. That's why. Uh, Here, I'm gonna change the change this. There we go. Alright. Very well done. I'm gonna probably change the sensitivity here. There we go. Am I supposed to do anything here with this? This kind of reminds me of that,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
where is the meeting room? I just want to explore.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
The fuck is that? A pencil sharpener? What does that say down there? Oh. That'd be kind of cool. I have Monday. I hate Monday. Oh, okay. I hate Monday. Number one dad. Okay. Oh wow. I like work. I just hate my boss. What does this say? Smile. Oh, okay. It's kind of weird. Weird office. It kind of reminds me though. Like this whole place kind of reminds me of like a backroom vibe. Kind of like this liminal space. Backroomish type vibe. If you know what I mean, like the back rooms. Talking about. Oh, how do you get over there? 425. I always love these games. Just like walking around, where you can just walk around and endlessly do whatever you want, really honestly.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What? I feel like I should disregard that. Yeah, I know like when I enter the door though, like we're gonna have the door closed. I feel like I should. I don't know, dude. Like, this is like one of those situations where I'm like, in real life, if I got this door locked on me and I could not go back, God knows what's beyond there. And it wasn't the same, even if I went back. And I was just stuck here and I had to choose. And some dude said go to the left. I'm pretty sure I'm going to the right, but let's just. Dude, this is such a fucking hard decision. We're gonna go to the left, or the right, sorry. Oops.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So yeah, disregard the... Oh wow, I got my first achievement. If you click it, hard enough on the jump button, it says you can't jump. But I'm sure you'll be able to at some point. These are very like weird officer is. It feels like that.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all.
There's this one
just to
movie
spend a few
that
moments
like
here
kind
in
of
this
entails
immaculate,
like
beautifully
a
constructed
subliminal
room.
like
Stanley simply
or
stood
like
here,
a liminal
drinking it all in.
space. Where like in an office area where your like personality changes. I can't remember what the movie is off the top of my head. It says something with liminal in it.
Really
but,
worth it being here in the room.
what
A
does it
room
say?
so utterly captivating
Coffee nut.
that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yeah. But that's what it reminds
At
me
this
of.
point,
Like,
but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
sure. Dude, what? Dude, I don't know, bro. I'm like, I get to this point where I just like, I'm like, bro, I do want to see this spot. This spot looks kind of nuts. I want to go see both. But the door's gonna close, so. And I like this spot. This spot looks cool.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Uh-oh. I can't lie. Otherwise, I have to stop. I stopped. I'm lying. I'm playing. Alright, well, Stanley sure as hell got himself into a situation where he is not going to be able to get out of it. Oh,
Look, Stanley,
shit.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Can I jump down?
Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay. There goes the warehouse. It's like... This is basically like the back rooms, but not like you're just in this endless warehouse type workspace. It's very cool. There's no entities, as far as I know. Now, what door will I go through? I guess...
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I just think maybe I should
Oh,
take
thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Dude. Aha. I can now tell the difference between which door I'm at. This shadow doesn't go out, fade in and out. This one does. Yep, right about there, you can see the shadow fade in and out. Alright, well, I guess I'll go through this door. Wait, what just happened?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Hmm?
Dude, no way. This is sick.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
What if this is like his palm of his hand? Just talking like a god. Wow. Dude. I should have, you know. Dude, this is crazy. I don't know, like, this is just crazy. I think we're gonna take this time right here to take a nice snapper. If anyone has any, anything you're smoking on, dabbing on, doing whatever you do, let's take the time right now and do that. Wow. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh my god, dude. Such a beautiful scene to come back from smoking. Jeez. Look at this. Let's just admire this real quick. For all you that are still smoking. If you guys are. Jeez. This game really knows how to freaking... This is just so cool, like... I don't know, it just feels like different. Like, playing a game like this feels different. You know what I mean? Like, I've always loved these games. Like this, but... Look at that, the stars in the background are moving. I didn't realize those were moving too. Any more light? Here we go. Back to the original. God, it's so cool. It's kind of sad.
Wait. Where are you going?
Should I go back? This is all just in a computer. Is that the sun? The sun with the smiley face. Whoa. Nice. Oh,
Oh no!
jeez.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I'm going up the stairs. I'm Stanley. Wait.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Wait, someone jump off the stairs?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
What happens if you just disregard what he says? Go back down. He doesn't do anything. Dude. Yoink!
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Okay. Wait, this room?
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Stopped moving. Okay. Whoa, that's cool. Seeing all the stars above your move like that. Oh, do I jump off? You can't. This is kind of weird, I don't know. Hopefully I didn't get myself into a...
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this. No. No, no, what are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I mean, dude, nothing's happening.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
I feel bad. I kind of feel bad now. I'm like, dude, you gonna keep me in that circle?
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Dude, this game is so fucking crazy.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Dude. Am I supposed to go, I guess? We'll play through the left one, see what happens.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Get Chris out of the broom closet? Oh. To syringe papers. Papers are too syringed. Or synergized, sorry. Huh. Fire paper guy. Haha. Who moved your desk? So, what do we got here? What to do about 432? Pranking floors meeting. Office party. Dude, that'd be sick if my job was like this. No. Whiteboard manager. It's pretty nuts whiteboard. Whoever makes these whiteboards are. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Fuck. It's kind of cool. Just reading some of their like lore, like their stupid lore. Oh, better safe than profits. Business collab. Rule 1. References are not all they cracked up to be. Haha! It's probably true. Yeah, because if you refer someone, they make more money off of that than you. They're just giving you the extra $1,000 because they're like, oh yeah, thanks for getting us another employee. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I'll circle anything above. What is this? This is cool. I don't know why, I just like this part. Broom closet. Get Chris out of the broom. Chris, you in there, bud? Oh, shit!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
That's pretty cool that you can actually like interact with shit.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Wait, I'm going back to where I was.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
Dude, this is crazy.
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Dude, what?
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
I love it.
Please.
It's just weird.
It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Damn, bro, this is crazy. And then he wakes up and...
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What? Dude, these are stories? What the fuck?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
This is actually sad. What the heck? Um.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Dude, what the hell is going on?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't know.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced
I'm not getting mad, I'm just like,
was now too horrible even to consider. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So I guess
so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Bro.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I'm going out this door. Fuck you. Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I'll go through this story.
We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
So I'm going the right way now, I guess. Yo.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
This is sick.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense,
sketchy.
We'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay.
Holy
from the
crap.
top.
Dude, this is weird as hell.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bro.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No,
Wait, so...
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Did something change?
Yo.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh man, dude. If I can jump, I would go that way, but dude, this is so hard to choose now. Okay.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there
Everyone
definitely
knows what
was
you
a
did.
story here
They're
before.
just holding it
Do we
back
just-
to
Do we need to restart the game
torture
again?
yourself.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, dude, this is
All this
this
going
is so
with this
nuts,
man.
bro.
What could it mean?
Oh my
Stanley
goodness.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This narrator is really going off on me. Alright, hey, since we found this right here, boys, I think we're gonna, you know, we're gonna take a little pause here. We're gonna take a little break, a session, if you will. All of us. Alright, boys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That's what they say. Except there's no like younger folks watching my videos, I'm pretty sure. I mean, there is some younger ones, but I don't know. I got some mods on here that are some younger ones. There's some youngins. But yeah, alright. So let's get this. 420 everyone. It's not 420 though. happy weekend. Happy Saturday. Alright. Forgot to mute my mic right there, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. I have the audio. That'd be cool if it was like 420 the whole entire time.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Oh yeah.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, I was trying a lot of stuff back here, but
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story.
what happened?
Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Out of this office, finally?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've
Dude.
completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work,
Damn,
and it
bro.
really paid off. So, good job.
Yeah,
No, I don't feel right about this at all.
mean, yeah,
we
you
both know
probably
you
shouldn't.
didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
oh. Whoa.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
No way, I was trying to go this way the whole time. Let's go, bro. I'll follow the line.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, wow. That changes the mood a lot. For going up these stairs. I don't know what I'm doing. Ha! What the fuck? Let's go. Oh yeah. I feel like I'm part of like a supervillain movie or something. This is a really well-made game. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, this is sick. I want to go this way. What the fuck?
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Nice fern. My mom has a lot of these in her garden. But, damn, bro. Let's continue with the music, yeah? No?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Yeah. Kinda, sorta, I guess. We're trying to figure it out, but you...
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to
I
us?
fucking love
After
this
we
room, dude.
trusted
This
you,
room is so
after
sick.
everything we've been
I don't know
through,
what it is, but dude,
well,
this room
I can't
is
take this anymore. To
insane.
hell with it. Restart.
What? Dude. I
You know
love
what,
that
Stanley?
room, bro.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh my god, dude. What happened to following the line, dog? What are we doing with this? Alright.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new
Frickin'
path, a new
Back
story. Well,
rooms,
it could
for
be anything.
real, dude.
What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Well, I made it this, but whatever, I guess. You don't want to accept the fact that I'm gonna go back in time, so I guess I'll fucking travel through these back rooms, right?
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
What? Nice. Do 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 do. Ooh. This is a nice light.
Choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
This is kind of cool,
Just
like the
walk
way
in
they
circles
align
for a
these
minute.
things. You can see the spaces right there.
So I
once you
know
get
that
into
each door has to lead somewhere.
It's kinda
Which means
cool,
that
I like this.
somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Yeet. Oh, I was gonna try and spin off of it. Let's do it again. Ready? Yeet. Oh man, I'm so close. Okay. I'm trying to follow the ritual. Bam. That's how we do it.
Hold up, what's this?
What is this?
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
18
so now, according
hours.
to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this
18
thing
hours.
wall. Well, who consulted me?
Yeah.
Why don't I get to decide?
I'll let him
Why
play for a
don't
second.
I
I'll
get
be
a
back.
say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What the fuck? What just happened? Yo, this game is crazy. I love this game, bro. I don't care, bro. I just love this game so much, bro. I don't know why, but this game is cool.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I want to go to that big TV room. That thing is cool. I wonder if they have like a place like that in the real world.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Wish they're
decided to
getting
go
not-
up to his
we're
boss's
not getting
office,
fired next.
hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no. Oh, no, 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 no. Not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Wait, so I can... Chris, you in here, bud? What do they do in this room? Sounds like the fucking back rooms.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, we're not doing that again. We're not doing that again. I think I'm gonna go upstairs. Take my chances. Wow, this is beautiful. Executive bathroom. Money is the money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Money crisps. Huh. Sounds like something my boss would say. He's kind of a flunk about money.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Dude, this is kind of weird. Alright, we're going down, boys. Boys and girls are going down. I don't know, I think I found the correct way.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Whoo!
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
It's a creepy hallway. I don't think that's an escape. This is like weird. Like this game is like creepy. The way it's made. I don't know. This is gonna get me to jump off. Oh my fudge.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place
sick!
hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh my goodness. Dude, I'm gonna need we're all gonna need to take a smoke break right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna rip my bowl, everyone do that shit, cause this is about to get crazy. Alright. Alright, guys. We're gonna do this.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Holy
and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna go feed my cat. I'll be back. Alright. I did not mean to pause that. And I didn't mean to be AFK for that long. So, we're continuing on. This is such a sick laboratory, dude. I honestly swear to God there's a place in the world that's probably like this. But not with employees. I feel like it's like... I don't know. I feel like it's very...
This mind control
similar,
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I want to go back down to the laboratory. Whoa.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
This whole game
Stanley
is nuts.
decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What is this? Wait, so I have to find the sequence to touch them in?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end. Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
what?
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps
Dude,
the
this
only
is
thing worth knowing.
So sad.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Because the narrator's still going.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
So this is the sea, I guess.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
The rest
Stanley
of...
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Dude, that game is... It's sad, dude. Like, it's kind of sad.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find it. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I want to try that.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret
This is a
pin
sick
number,
office.
2845. But of course,
2845.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
We're gonna press on for that and see what happens. That's what I want to see what happens when we press on. Come on, let's go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to
One of
himself.
my favorite rooms.
Did he
dude. This
have the
place is
strength
so
to find
sad.
out?
God, dude, I love the work in this place. Feels like you're part of like
Now the monitors jumped to life,
big
their
Star
true nature
Wars.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building,
okay.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives
Some
of so
mouse
many
keyboard,
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
That's so crazy. Alright, so let's turn it on this time. We're gonna turn it on and see what happens. It's so sad though, like just seeing
This
like
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been
Where's 420?
manipulated to accept it blindly?
there it is. Oh.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Alright, we're doing
But
this.
here was the proof. The heart of the
We're doing
operation.
this.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working.
I
All
just
of
wanna
it
see what
monitored and
happens when it
commanded from
happens.
this very place. And as the cold reality of his
When
past
we
began
use
to
these
sink in,
buttons.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
Oh, fuck, this is so fucked up.
What all this means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
I don't know what's going on, dude. I don't know how to do this.
This is not a challenge.
I'm just doing
it's a
random
tragedy.
shit.
You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
This is why we shouldn't have AI.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Fuck. Dude.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Yeah, you better give me some new content. I've been through this whole fucking game like 3 times.
Hello, and thank you for playing The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
No way. What does this have in
so far
store
it's
for
an
me?
elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Dude, I feel like this is a fucking joke, because he's gonna make it into a joke. He's gonna be like, oh.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Give me 1 sec, I'm just bringing my cat some food, and that's it. Alright. We're back. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're gonna do this shit right. Alright, let's go. So, this is the expandable content.
All right.
Oh, we get the jump.
All right, let's see. It's the jumps.
Woo! Let's go. Oh, yeah. Aww.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
I was like,
If
what?
This is new content.
You're gonna just
then I
show
could
me
just
new
read through
content.
The whole dictionary. There's
Why don't you
20
just
hours of
fucking
new content
incorporate
right
the
there.
new content?
Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait.
Wait, 1,000
There's more.
hours?
Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Dude, I am like, thank you for enjoying the
That's
new
it?
content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And
Oh,
don't get
look
me
at this.
started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
looking right
it's
now at the
been
game's
pretty
achievements,
good.
and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
It's like
It's my
Donald
fault,
Trump.
Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is
Dude,
really
no,
about.
please.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you
Oh
say,
no.
friend?
I want to oh man. Whoa. This is the new content, dude. No way, bro. Oh my god, bro. The memories in the past. This is like a fucking amazing game. I will give this game a great review, 5-star.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dog. Oh, never mind. You're not a dog.
Oh, you're gonna call me a dork. Come on, bro. We're bros, aren't we? Oh. Okay.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Wait, what? Oh my god, dude. Yo, this is like heaven. No, I'm playing, but oh my god, dude.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
This is very cool. I just worship the greatness that he put into the effort of his development of the game and the memory zone. It's like a memorial for this. Put his brain in the computer.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
It's like a museum. What does it say? Oh, the British Academy of Films and Television Arts. Jeez, this is like... Yeah, the good times with that. The big computer room is so cool. Kind of cool, like walking through this and just. I think this is how we look at games, like, you know, well-built games like this that have. That's pretty cool. I like that. I don't want to go in there. Does he have that one up on the wall too? Where it's the start? Huh. I don't know what that is. I don't remember seeing that at all. Dollar bill. Trip down memory lane. I wish I could have a trip down memory lane. Like a nostalgic trip. Huh. Those are rewarded to get, I guess. Story. Game innovation. What is that? Aww.
Je suis dans la mémorisation, seul sur la pluie de l'eau, et je n'attends plus
That's
que
so
ton
sad.
bon amour. C'est
Is
là
that a hamster?
dans la mémorisation où je me remémore les jours où je t'ai rencontré.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley
Sorry, guys.
Parable was. It
I
was
wasn't,
literally
like, smoking
every
at all,
game
just
ever created.
sometimes turn
It
it
was
off.
Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Those two doors determine a lot in the game, I guess, so...
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
It's just... showing some of the reviews. Yeah, it is.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Man, dude. It's kind of like me, like when I think about like high school and stuff.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
All these reviews in the shipment case. Oh man.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Okay, I can't go over there. Whoever wrote that reviews. Maybe he wrote it just to make a point to himself, like, hey, I don't understand.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, until the end of time, at which time, everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much, and it can't be just yet, no, until
Dude, this is funny as fuck.
The logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam... Okay, welcome, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your... Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room.
Dude, this
Stanley,
is bad.
the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at... Oh, Stanley, look back. Look back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Oh my God,
Stanley,
dude.
I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been.
This game is
right?
so
Me
fucking
talking,
amazing.
You saying nothing.
I love it
Would
so
you think
much. This
that
made my
it's
night.
exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then
man.
maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch
So
of
he's talking about
emptiness
his-
between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there,
Rabbit?
but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself.
Alright, well. It's gotta be a great narrative for both.
Hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
Holy
and when
shit.
that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what
I don't know, dude. Where's the narrator? Ouch.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
Oh man, they're fucking. He's just going on and on, bro. I think he's a little hated on by the reviews, man. He's getting butt hurt. Got a little butt hurt by the reviews, man. They left.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the.
Damn, bro. This guy went real ham. In his video game, like I don't know, bro. I guess there is never the end. How do I get out of this room? Fuck. Oh, this is kind of nice. Kind of reminds me of like Portal. This is like how Portal was. These guys, like, who made this game should work with Portal and they should all make a new game. That'd be insane. No. This is actually sketchy. I don't like this. What the fudge? Imagine like being lost in the desert like this. That'd be so bad. You're just walking along and knowing that all you can walk is this fast.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
What?
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay, better be good. Oh, thank God. Oh. We're here again.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Dude, this
Which is why
fucking
I'm very proud to
insane.
announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Should we just play this on another time? Can we save the game? Alright, we're gonna
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is where we're gonna leave off next time. We're gonna do this next time, okay? Stanley Parable 2. We're gonna be doing that next time, okay? Very good stream, very good content. I love the game. I'll miss you guys very much. There's been no people, I get it, but like, hey, that's all we need to know. Very good stream. We'll continue with this next time. Let's go.